All right, so you mentioned a couple times this year that River, you haven't seen him get emotional, you haven't seen him get fired up, anything
This year,
like that.
I haven't seen him
since he's been on campus.
Since we started recruiting him.
But what was he like when he came in with the bases loaded? What did you see from him? Same old, same old?
Same deal. Sometimes I don't even know if he knows what the situation is, But, slaying some demons a little bit there. We had a chance to win a conference championship last year. Same situation, up 5 in the ninth, right? The last game of the year before postseason against that same ball club, and they never quit, which is, and they made it tough. They did a good job on the ninth, and we kind of gave them the first base runner with that hit by pitch. But I thought overall, you never know which run's going to win or lose a game. So I thought us tacking on 2 in the 7th inning was obviously ended up making it a 2-run win. So, like I told him, you just keep playing, and you never know which one will end up helping you win the game. So Luke did a good job. He came into what he was supposed to do, and would have liked to have not had to use. That was my goal in the ninth, was they went right, and try and get Caleb to finish the game out, and then when they went left, and I thought Augie was a good matchup there, and then just kind of they had a couple good 2-strike hits, and but River did his job. That's why he's back there.
You had Riley out 6 innings.
Mm-hmm.
Got hit a little bit there, but seemed to bounce back every time. It's just
I think anytime you go 8 shutout innings, it's always then your next start is not about trying to match that. I mean, of course you want to, but it's a whole new it's a whole new day. It's a whole new opportunity, and I thought Riley did a good job. He wasn't as sharp as he was last Friday, but I thought the big thing is he made some really, really big pitches when he had to, and I think the biggest one was I was a foot out onto the turf about to come take him out and bring Luke in, and he looked at me and I read his lips and he said, "I got this guy." And so anytime you have a pitcher that, I would like for our guys to be able to clean up their own mess, and when Riley, mouthed that to me, I knew he had the confidence to go ahead and execute some big pitches, and he threw 3 amazing breaking balls, and that's a huge, that's a big inning in terms of getting out of that, because the whole rest of the game could have been a lot different.
How valuable is that experience? Obviously going 8 and shutting
Mm-hmm.
people out is really impressive, but to work himself out of jams like he's done pretty consistently throughout the year, how valuable is that down the road?
Yeah, like I said, if you have 14 starts throughout the year, you're probably going to have 5 starts where you have great stuff. You're dialed in. You have all 4 pitches, and it's comes pretty easy. And that's kind of, I don't want to say it came easy last Friday, but there's 2 hits. I think you maybe walked 1 guy last week, and then you have 5, 3 or 4 or 5 starts where you really don't have any. You don't have your best stuff, and you got to kind of battle. And then it's those starts in the middle where you kind of have something, but you don't really, and you got to really, really battle, and that's what he did. And that's when you are turn the corner and become an elite pitcher, is when you're able to kind of take, be average stuff and give 6 innings of 2-run baseball and give us an opportunity to win a Friday night game. So, every time he goes out there, he's learning more about himself. And but the great thing is the confidence continues to grow because he goes out there and continues to execute good pitches and go toe-to-toe with their Friday night guy every weekend. So it's great to see.
How's it feel to be back home 10 days? Weather was great,
Yeah.
Crowd was energized. What's it like for this team to finally get off the road?
Well, I talked to him before the game and said, we're 20 games in, and this is our second home series, right? So bad scheduling, I guess. But, I think the big thing is that obviously everybody likes to play at home. And, I think our guys were excited to have a conference opponent in town and on an absolutely phenomenal night. And I know tomorrow is going to be even better in terms of the weather, the fans. I think it's going to be packed tomorrow. They're showing up, and we use that in terms of being able to have some more energy. But it's exciting to be back home, and it's always great to be in Lupton.
You've cycled a couple guys through that DH spot so far this year. Is that one of the places where you're still trying to feel things out?
Yeah, I think, Owen's gotten some opportunities now. Reed Spenrath has been in there, Porter Brown. When we face lefties, Mason Speaker. So we're kind of just cycling through to see who kind of gets hot. You want to give guys enough at bats for them. You don't want to just give them 1 game and then they don't do well, and the next thing you know, they're out. So we're trying to give guys as long a rope as we can, and we're looking for someone to step up in that role and take it, take it over. Not many times do you see a DH in a lineup hitting in the 9 hole, but that's where we're at, and we have to get better in that position if we want to go to the places we're going, in terms of finding somebody that kind of takes hold of it. And it's not just the hits; it's about taking really good quality at bats, and it doesn't always end in a hit. We just got to get better at that spot for sure.